From here on out, I've decided I'm only rating 5 stars. Hey, hi, hello, how are you? I'm Pia. If you saw my Summer I Turned Pretty video, you know that I'm having some trouble with the books I read for videos. It's not my fault. I like to tell myself it's not my fault. For the next little bit, really just however long it takes to finish these books, I'm going to be reading my 5-star predictions. Now, I didn't make a 5-star prediction video about these books. I didn't feel like it. I have some books that I have been dying to read, and I really feel like I am genuinely going to love. I know myself at this point, maybe I don't. First, we have Solitaire by Alice Oseman. I've said I'm like a multitude of Alice Oseman characters, but I really think someone's mowing their lawn. I really think that I am Tori. I have that feeling. I'm not an older sister, and I think that's like my main point, that I don't think we're alike. I've heard amazing things about this book. It just sounds like everything I need. I made sure to get the newer edition because there have been some like rewrites that Alice Oseman went in, and she got rid of some more like triggering things, I believe. Some like insensitive things, I believe, that would have been like harder to read about. I really do appreciate that because I don't think I've ever seen an author do that, and that's just kind of crazy and awesome. I know Tori suffers from anxiety. I believe she's also asexual, so it does sound like me. We have Funny You Should Ask. This one, I'm having a hard time describing this, but I've heard just such amazing things about it. It's about a woman who interviews this kind of actor, and they end up having like a whirlwind kind of day together. And then I believe it's 10 years later, and they somehow come back together. I adore the cover. And I also heard it's kind of inspired by like this interview with Chris Evans, and you know how much I love having Chris Evans look / act like a main character because I love him. I just saw this post that was like Chris Evans in books, and I was like, say less. Then I have Conversations with Friends. I am so hyped on this one. I actually have the audiobook out from my library. I also have Beautiful World, Where Are You out from my library by Sally Rooney, but we're gonna try to do this one first. This is her first book, and I read Normal People 2 months ago. Has it been that long? There's not a day that goes by I do not think about that book. This is her same kind of style, a group of friends, slice of life kind of thing. And I'm very, very excited about this, especially since I have the audiobook, because I do love hearing all the beautiful like Irish accents. I saved the best for last, meaning that I already started this book. And that is Cleopatra and Frankenstein. This could honestly be like a bookstagram made me buy it or something, but it's not. This is a debut, and I am 22 pages into it. This is interesting. It's about these two people named Cleo and Frank, and they meet each other and they get married very fast, and it's about them dealing with their marriage. I mean, all of these are probably going to deal with some hard to handle subjects, which apparently is what I'm in the mood for, but it is always what I rate highly. If you do a good job of describing something that is really hard to not only describe but hard to handle as like a human emotion, then I'm gonna give you 5 stars. I'm gonna read some more of Cleo and Frank right now because I have nothing better to do. So I ran a new running route today because it's only like about a half mile longer than before. So I've been trying to get up earlier now so that I can have time for a longer run, although a mile and a half really is that much longer. But eventually I'm gonna get back to my like 2.5, 3 miles. But I am really enjoying this new route that I'm doing. So I actually went to bed like 15, 20-ish minutes earlier than I normally do last night. So I'm gonna keep trying to do that because I am trying to get up at around 6. That being said, it is 9:30-ish. I'm tuning into some sprints hosted by Katie Coulson. I love Katie Coulson. I love when she does sprints, and they're doing it for Summerween. I already did my Summerween vlog if you want to check that out. I got my emotional support water bottle here, and I'm gonna read some more of Cleopatra and Frankenstein. I am now on page 78. It's kind of a slower read, not in the sense that it's like the pacing is slow, but I feel like I'm reading it a lot slower. Maybe it's just like there's a lot of text on the page or something like that. I'm finding this very interesting because I think I thought it was only going to talk about really Cleopatra and Frankenstein, but since this is a third-person omniscient narrated book, you get these glimpses into the other people in their lives. So I'm really enjoying those parts. Like, they were all really complex characters to follow. They're all deeply flawed as well. And yeah, I don't know if you can see, but I have been tabbing it. I finally got some new tabs on Prime Day, and then I just like completely automatically regretted not getting those aesthetic tabs because I thought the whole like matching the aesthetic of like the colors in your cover to your annotation tabs, I thought it was silly. I'm gonna be honest, I laughed at the people doing it, and then I said, god damn it, that looks gorgeous. So I'm gonna have rainbow tabs here. Maybe one day I'll change it. I don't really give a shit. So I am really enjoying it. It's a really like witty book as well, which I feel like you wouldn't expect from the cover or the synopsis, but the humor of both the characters and the narration style is spot on. It's also really sad, which I feel like you could garner from the cover, and I will check back in with you maybe when the sprint is done, because like I said, I'm going to be trying to go to bed earlier. And I'll let you know how that affects me waking up tomorrow, so. feels. It has been a while. How long exactly? I could not tell you because time is merely a construct. I have finished Cleopatra and Frankenstein. I just finished this. So, excuse me if I'm emotional. I have so many feelings about this book, all of which are gonna make me cry, so we're gonna really just like air it down. These are my favorite types of books. I love books that just really explore different types of characters, especially characters like these that are in almost all cases really fucked up. To put it really like bluntly, yeah. The author's not telling you to look past their faults, to forget about all of the bad things that they're doing because you like them. And I think that the author does a really great job of just presenting the characters as they are and letting you come to your own conclusions about them, which in most cases is that these are people, you know, and they're not great. Many of them are not great. Whether they're addicts, whether they're mentally ill, whether they're abusive, abusers, abusees, like literally there's so much to this book. I really loved how it was told. I liked that we flipped back and forth between not only Cleo and Frank's perspectives, but also Zoe, who is Frank's younger sister, Andler, Eleanor, who else do we have? Santiago, I think we get. Yeah, so we get a bunch of different perspectives and I really, oh, we get Quentin. Yeah, we get a lot of different perspectives in this book. And yeah, I just read some reviews. Here's the thing, I don't think I have anything bad to say about this book because I think that every choice that was made in this book was so purposeful and everything had a reason. Although personally, I'm like, I would just love these two people that are extremely toxic to get better and be stronger together. I think that my expectations are always in some ways for a happy ending, and that's not always going to be what I think it is. Like a happy ending for this author might be what the ending is, but for me it would be something different, if you know what I mean. I try not to put that lens on it, especially when it comes to my review. I did give this 5 stars and I will not take anything back from it. I think it's such an incredible depiction of mental illness, of grief, addiction, of like so many things. I knew I was gonna like all these books. Obviously this is only the first one and I really have to read all the other ones, but we're doing great so far. I'm now going to read Conversation with Friends, but I left it downstairs. I'm not really doing anything for the rest of the evening. I'm actually all by myself. So I actually did start, I can say this, I started Beautiful World, Where Are You? Which can kind of fit into this theme because I do know I love Sally Rooney books and I am really enjoying this book. I'm really enjoying it. I know this is like her most personal kind of book so far because it does have a character that is an author. So it does in some ways kind of feel like The Sea of Tranquility. Those two books feel kind of similar to me just in their author characters and their authors kind of being autobiographical in that sense. So I am still listening to that audiobook, but I'm gonna switch back to my so that I can read along with Conversations with Friends and annotate that. But I do have to order dinner soon because I'm really, really hungry. But I will update you soon. Look at me, another update in the same day. I'm now about halfway through Conversations with Friends. I would say it's no surprise to anyone that I am really enjoying this book. There is something about Sally Rooney's books that I find so comforting. Like, I don't know what it is because they aren't necessarily, they shouldn't be comforting. They really shouldn't. They have nothing like warm and fuzzy really about them. But to me, they're just like so safe and warm and I want to spend all day there. Like, I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. It's magic. I don't know. It's some sort of crack she puts in her book. I don't know. Anyway, on page 132, that means anything to you. It's a pretty short book, just like most of her other books. Yeah, I would read some more now, but I am going to head to bed early so I can wake up early tomorrow and get in a run before the 100-degree weather kicks in, you know what I mean? So still very much enjoying this book though, and I'm happy to finish this. I'm hopefully going to, and I have been listening along with the audiobook. I love that so much, especially since she doesn't use quotation marks, which I know irks a lot of people. And I think it would, maybe if I wasn't listening along, it would also kind of bother me, but I would have to pay more attention, I guess. But I do just like it, just like with the accents and everything, and I think that there's such like, I don't know, there's something extra about it listening to the audiobook. I don't typically listen to audiobooks and read along with contemporary books because it's not like there's anything special or extra that I need to like extra help comprehending, but I think since these books are so internal, there's a lot of internal monologue going on, it's kind of interesting to have that kind of performed to you in the sense that audiobooks are kind of performances. I really enjoy it. Having a great time. Like, I don't necessarily love what's going, I mean, but I kind of do. Like, I low-key really like all the characters, like, in their own way. I don't know. It's weird. So I'm sat here reading, and I have come across this part in Conversations with Friends where Bobby and Francis, got it, are talking to their friend Marianne. And now Marianne is the lead in normal people. Is this the same Marianne? It seems like a freaking big coincidence. That's my thought. And I've been looking it up and I cannot find the answer, but it just like baffles me that Sally Rooney would reuse a name and not have it be connected. Is it an Easter egg? What is it? I need to know. Hello my lovely friends. I'm here with an update to say that I have finished Conversations with Friends. Guys, I'm shook. Like I have seriously I don't know what I'm saying, because I didn't realize I was gonna love this book as much as I did. I really didn't think of it start to finish. I had such an interesting experience reading this book because it was so immersive to me. Like I said, so comforting. It really like wraps you, envelops you into the story, and I just never thought about anything else. Like while I was reading it, I kept thinking, I was like, oh, like I should be thinking about like what star rating I'm gonna give this, because I constantly, I'm a reviewer, I have to think about that all the time. I'm like, is it feeling like a 3 stars? Is it feeling like, you know? And through this book I was like, I don't know, I just want to keep reading it, and that was like literally my thought the entire time. So I adored this book. I don't know if I can compare it and say like, did I like this more than Normal People? I don't think I did. There were things in Normal People that like just like spoke to me or struck home, like were very like important to me in some ways more than in this book. With that being said, well, they're 5 stars. I don't have Normal People with me anymore because I just gave it to my mom because I said, please read this book. Like I need to talk to you about it. I need you to be enveloped, and I just need you to be like obsessed with Sally Rooney as I am right now. I really enjoyed this book. I understand the kind of like people's comparisons with Frances, the main character, as well as Marianne, but I do think that they have similarities, yes, but I do think that they're actually really different characters. And I saw a review of someone saying that Marianne and Frances and essentially Conversations with Friends and Normal People are the same thing, and that was just really reductionist to me, and I really hope that that was just a critique of maybe this show, which I haven't seen yet, rather than the actual book, because I just didn't feel that at all. These characters were super different, but I did really understand the comparison with Cleo and Frankenstein, because this book had a lot of similar kind of tones and vibes going on. I think Frances was very similar to Cleo in some ways. Yeah, I mean, they talk about affairs, they talk about a lot of similar concepts, and for readers of Modern Lovers and Conversation with Friends. So I definitely understand this comparison, and I would recommend one if you like the other. I don't know if you would like this. Like, I don't know if many people would like this book, genuinely, because like they're not great people, they're not doing great things, but I think it's really interesting. It's just an interesting commentary and interesting perspective on love. I think like by the end, like it's such a moving interpretation of that, and I just really liked it. I just thought it was like very smart, you know, smart ass characters who are just like constantly having like political debates, not like political but like moral debates like all the time, and just you drop in on a conversation with them and you're like, I already feel smarter. So it was really, really great. Lots of like horrible things and trigger warnings going in these, but I do highly recommend it. It was 2 5 stars back to back. Like, what am I doing? I don't know. I am still 50% into Beautiful World, Where Are You? And I am hoping to finish that soon. I'm really, really enjoying that as well. It's interesting. It's kind of like Convos with Friends, kind of because it does center on kind of like 4 main characters, or 2 people and 2 partners, but it's very different in many ways. Anyway, so I'm next going to physically read Funny You Should Ask. I don't know why I'm going in this order. Don't ask me. This paperback interests me immensely because I don't get it. If I go like this, right? But this is so stiff and like hard anyway. But the pages are really white. Like, I don't know. It almost feels like it was independently published. Like, that's kind of the feeling I get from this book. Just the feeling of it, not the look of it. I actually love this cover. It's like one of my favorite covers ever. This is 2 timelines. We are following Chani Horowitz, who is a 20-something writer in the then portion, and is writing a story about writing a profile on the movie star Gabe Parker. I hate this name already, but anyways, the latest James Bond. Their lives end up intertwining, and then the now portion is 10 years later, and I'm not gonna read what that says. So anyways, I am very interested in this. This is gonna be my next physical read. I'm only gonna have that one audiobook for this video because I love audiobooks. I love audiobooks more than a lot of things in life. I always find that if I read a really great audiobook, I immediately need to like, I have such a yearning to like actually physically read it, because there's something extra special to me about physically reading, and then tapping also a book. I just feel like I get such a better experience, but obviously I only really do that with a select few books, as these are. But I just feel really strong connection to it. I don't know why. So this is gonna be the next physical read, Beautiful World, Where Are You? It's going to continue to be my audiobook. With that being said, I'm gonna go watch The Gray Man with my parents. I'll let you know how it goes, because apparently this guy is inspired by one of the lead actors, so. Hello my friends, I've forgotten to update you all day. It's been kind of a busy day and I have like 2 minutes left on the sprint. I'm watching to update you because I totally forgot. I finished, first and foremost, I finished Beautiful World, Where Are You? I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Are we surprised? I've given every single Sally Rooney book 5 out of 5 stars. 2 I read back to back. I happen to, and I really do kind of, I like that I've read those these books so close together, and I like that I've read a lot of her books because they are very similar in a lot of ways. A lot of her characters have kind of different quirks and likes and dislikes and kind of similar elements to their personalities, which I find really fun to like kind of track as you're reading, how the different characters kind of relate to each other and the different parts that are kind of similar throughout all of her books. I'm really enjoying that process, but I'm out of Sally Rooney books, so like what am I gonna do? I would say that like my order of favorites for Sally Rooney, I think, at least as of right now, I would say Normal People, Conversations with Friends, Beautiful World, Where Are You? It's not that I didn't, obviously I give it 5 out of 5 stars. I think it was a beautiful book, but I think certain parts just didn't resonate with me the same way that it has with other books. And as of this read, I'm still reading Funny You Should Ask, and I am now 94 pages into it and really enjoying it so far. I really like the banter is really great, it's funny, and I'm interested to see how this relationship between these two characters develops. So I'm gonna get back to sprinting, and I will talk to you later. Hello beautiful people, how's it going? So I finished Funny You Should Ask this morning. Thoughts, feelings, expressions, I don't know. I loved this book. There's something about this book that was so interesting to me because I had such a, I'm gonna take off my glasses. I always get annoyed with them when I'm editing, so I'm just gonna take them off to have the foresight. And my bangs are weird today. I don't know what I did. Anyhow, I found the reading experience of this book very interesting. I don't know if I said this, but it's like inspired by Chris Evans, or this like actual interview that happened with Chris Evans. I was picturing Chris Evans the entire time as this main character, and it was so, I don't think I've ever done that with a book. I don't think I've ever pictured, like, it's not like a daydream to me. It's like not like I can actually see the picture in front of my eyes. It's like I kind of get little blips of what is going on, if that makes any sense. But the whole time I'm picturing this dude as Chris Evans, and the whole like it was so odd to me because I usually just have a general idea of what the characters look like or whatever, or how they move in their body language, and like to have like this actor that I really love Chris Evans. I think he's great. And I've seen, you know, him in interviews and stuff like that. So like I like knew his like the way he like moves and acts and talks, and it was like very strange for me. I've never done that before. Or maybe I kind of did that in Normal People, but only like a teeny bit. And this is the first time like it's really just been so apparent to me from start to finish of this book. And anyways, I love this book. I love the two characters. I love the dual timelines. I love the flashbacks. I love the little snippets of extra articles that really just build the story. This to me is like, this is like, I don't know if people are gonna get mad if I say this, but to me, this is like akin to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. That's how it feels to me. I feel like it just perfectly captures, I think, that really like the whole like mystique of Hollywood, and then also like the reality and like the kind of interconnections, interpersonal relationships between the Hollywood people and like normal people. There's a lot of like similarities I would draw. So honestly, like if you like Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, obviously a very different timeline. Like this is like now / 10 years ago, so like it's more contemporary. It is contemporary, hello. It's not historical fiction, but I do think it has like those similar kind of vibes, and I do actually really enjoy reading about like fame and different types of people that are famous, because I think what's really interesting about our main character Jenny is that she is a reporter who gets famous from this one interview, and how she kind of copes and handles that newfound fame, especially when she doesn't necessarily believe that it's like exactly for the right reasons. Can you tell I just had a second cup of coffee? It's very interesting, and I mean, they are so good together. Like dead ass. But like I found myself getting mad. I was like, I think someone should hand this book to Chris Evans and say like, this is how you can find your soulmate, because we know he's looking for love right now, and just be like, here you go, learn about it. I mean, there's lots of different stuff. There's like addiction and grief and stuff all tackled in here as well, but it's a fantastic book. I also love the side character Ollie. He is iconic. I love the friends in here. I just love everything in this book. Lots of writers, actors, yeah, good things. So, like, I have read something 5 stars. I don't know what to do. I don't know how I'm gonna come off this video. From here on out, I've decided I'm only reading 5 stars. Okay, last book here is going to be Solitaire. Who's Solitaire Coming? This I saved to last because I felt like I was just like reading all adult books, and I wanted to save the young adult to last. I don't know why I did that, but also because I knew that at least Funny You Should Ask would be a little bit lighter than, and I know this is gonna be sad. And I don't know. I know I'm gonna, like, I just know. Like, I'm looking at you right now and I'm like, I can't not love you. I wish someone said that about me. Oh, the font is nice and big. Wait, I got so used to this book. And also, I hate the format of this book. It's horrible. It's not floppy. It's, like, disgusting. But, like, look at that font difference. And like the white page is kind of odd too. I'm going to start this. I don't know what it is, but something is telling me that this book is going to change my life. I'm only 153 pages in, and let's tab check. Lots of tabs. Sometimes I can't decide between a blue tab, which means I'm sad, and a purple tab, which means I relate, which in and of itself is sad. But anyway, Tori Spring, I've thought a lot about it, especially going into this book, of who I related most to in the Heartstopper kind of universe, Alice Oseman universe. And for a while I was like, okay, I'm feeling very Alid. I feel very valid in my life. But once hearing about this book and its existence and who it's about and yada yada yada, I was like, oh shit. Fucking shit. Like, I didn't realize someone like recorded my thoughts while I was in high school and wrote it into a book, and I feel like I really should get royalties for it. No, legitimately, like, Tori is saying everything that I thought in high school, and it's very, it's comforting in a way, but it's also like a little bit upsetting. I just love that she hates Jane Austen. I love that she just like takes care of business and takes care of her family. I really fucking love Tori. I love her so much, and I'm adoring this book. Also, there's like a mystery in this book, which I didn't know a goddamn thing about going into it. There's this solitaire kind of persona group of people. They're just causing some shenanigans, pretty much. Causing a ruckus at the school. Yeah, they're not really like mean. They're just like doing weird things. So that's kind of the whole solitaire aspect of it. But I thought that was like, when I read solitaire, I was like, oh, it's because like she is someone who prefers being alone. She's kind of an introvert, and I think it's canon that she is asexual, which again, me and Tori, just same person. And just things like that with like her personality. But I am having a fun time figuring that one out. But I just love the characters in this. I think it's really funny that there's a person named Michael Holden, considering that this is like supposed to be the Catcher in the Rye for the digital age. So it just makes me feel Holden Caulfield-y, which I can see that vibe. Yeah, I feel like this is if Catcher in the Rye was written in a woman's perspective, and if it was written today. I just feel like that's what this is, and it is incredible. Oh, fucking love this book. Even the pop culture references aren't even bugging. Loving it. Laughing and loving it. I really want to watch Conversations with Friends because I really want to watch a show. And I've been working all day, so I haven't updated. It's like past 7:30, 7:40. I have been working on the shop all day. Oh, let me show you some cute things. These are probably my two favorite new sticker designs that are coming to the shop. This one right here, it says meet me at the bookstore, and it's a little bookstore. Oh my god, I love it. It's literally so fucking cute. And then I have this one. It's a little cat, and it's flipping you off, and it says pause off, I'm reading, and it is adorable. I just dropped it on my floor, that's why it has a hair on it. Okay, there's a couple other ones in the shop now if you want to check them out. It is about that time in the vlog where I have to update you on the book that I finished yet didn't really update you on. I'd finish up the vlog, but I do have to let you know that I read another 5-star read. I also want to be like, is this my peak? Have I peaked in this vlog? Possibly. Possibly. This book. Hello. I feel like this is hard to talk about, but anyways, this is Solitaire, and I got thrown for a freaking loop with this book. I was mostly expecting like a pretty hard-hitting story about Tori Spring, who is the older sister to Charlie Spring in Heartstopper. I don't know if my cat's gonna stop crying, so I'm gonna talk over it. I'm sure he's fine. He just does this. So I knew it was gonna be like a harder book. Then Alice Oseman throws in this solitaire element, which is like so strange, and I don't know if I want to explain it to you because it actually, the reason I didn't know about it is because it's not like it's on the back. It's not like it's on the synopsis. I never knew what solitaire was going to be going into this. And then once I saw where I was going, it's not like it wasn't predictable in a sense. I'd say definitely parts of it were. I think that happens with me with every mystery. There's always going to be, if I'm not predicting the entire thing, I'm going to at least get like most of it. I do not fault it at all for that. And I think that actually it was explained very well, like why solitaire exactly was started. And it just felt like since I figured it out, I felt like it made sense. But I loved this book. I fucking adore this book. I just felt so like this is like the book that I wish I'd read as like I was Tori's age. Like I don't know. I really don't understand how like the British school system works. It makes absolutely no sense to me. But anyway, I love a lot of things about this book. But one of the things that I love is that, like I said, it has a little quote, I guess, at the beginning that says the Catcher in the Rye for the digital age. I find that so funny because I was like, oh, like there's a character whose last name is Holden, and that's Holden Caulfield, you know. But then there's a part where they're talking about Catcher in the Rye, and they're like, oh, we're so tired of everyone just comparing the teenage existence to the Catcher in the Rye, and they're like, yeah. They're like, have any of you guys read it? And it's like, no one had read it. A+, I love it. I love the literary references. I love the pop culture references. I think everything is done in such a way that it does feel, it feels very like you know when it was written. It doesn't feel like it was written this year, you know? It doesn't feel like a new release because of, I guess some of the things that they're talking about are kind of good in a sense, but it also like has that kind of little bit of like a nostalgic kind of feel too, especially since it's talking about blogs and stuff like that. I think I've said this before. Maybe I haven't, but I don't feel like a lot of people like blog or like I don't really know about it, and I found that kind of fun. At least my younger self is definitely Tori. I don't know if I am currently because this is her at, you know, 16, 17, and I'm almost 20 years old. I don't know if it replaced Radio Silence for me because I have like a very special place in my heart for that book. Maybe I need to reread Radio Silence. This book is everything. I'm serious that it changed my world. I have to end the vlog here. I can't believe all these books turns out to be 5 stars. I know that was the point of the book. I know that was the point of the video, but I just never anticipate videos going well. Especially this. If you have read any 5-star books recently and would like to let me know what they were, I would love to know in the comments down below. And with that being said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to all the things, and I'll see you in my next video.